Welcome to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host. And sometimes we truly have more fun behind the scenes than it. But on this particular interview, I think it's going to be sort of hit and miss and a lot of hit with fun. My guests vary from all over the world, all around, everywhere, and of course, especially Las Vegas. But I have celebrity chef Tarantino with me. And I actually did a show with Tarantino this morning in my house. How are you?
Very good, and you?
I'm blessed to have you on my set.
Yeah,
I was blessed to be cooking with you this morning, and an amazing cook. He goes boom, and 12 minutes he had dinner. For 8.
For 8, yes.
For 8. I'm not.
Yep, absolutely. Well, you did it. You did it with me.
Well,
we both did it.
This was the funny part of it. He's going boop, 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 and I'm going.
You did fantastic.
Did I do all right? But mine were much thicker. Yours were thin, but he had the experience.
Yes, it was a lot of fun.
But we had
and
a lot
did fantastic.
Yes. Now, Tarantino, where are you originally? You're from back east somewhere.
Boston.
You're from Boston. You know Boston, park the car and all that stuff. I love how they talk like that. And of course, my husband was from Boston, so I learned a lot of all that stuff. But so you're from Boston. You live in Boston now? Is that where your show is?
No, Georgia.
You live in Georgia now.
I live in Georgia.
Now, do you have a show as yet? Let's find out what you're doing, Tarantino.
Well, currently at the moment, we have a live show that I do. I stream cooking. I don't have a set time because my schedule based on people booking me for cooking with them and everything.
Okay, that's why you're called the Celebrity Cook. The reason it's called Celebrity Cook, you cook for the celebrities.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
And artists and businesses that want to share their brand, because I know how tough it is. So we'll get together and we'll do a live show
yes.
And share everybody's business and talent with the world.
Absolutely. So you are out of so you do your show once a week or whenever? How?
As much as I can and anywhere.
Much as you can and anywhere.
I do it at a lot of businesses or at the celebrities' homes or at my home.
Yes, at your home as well.
Wherever the guest feels comfortable.
So where exactly is your home? Is it would it be in your home where you do actually film it, or is it your studio?
In my home, in the guest home, or at the local business.
Oh, okay.
Like I'll cook at dealerships.
So what I'm trying to get at is that he does not need a studio. He was in my house this morning cooking, so you really don't need a studio because you're kind of everywhere.
Yes.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that each cooking thing you do is like a performance. It's like one of these celebrity performances.
Yes, it's a lot of fun. And that's what I love about it. Not so much I know it sounds funny, not so much the cooking part, but being able to share a talent.
Yes.
Like what you talked about this morning that I didn't know I had, to be able to bless other people and give them an experience and take them out of the reality of the world.
A singer taught me one time. He taught me, I won't mention his name, but a famous singer. And he said, when you're given a gift, share it.
Yes.
He said, don't keep that gift. You've got to share it to the audience, to the people. I don't know what my gift is yet. I'm still trying to find out. But you definitely have a gift, and you share it, but in 2 different ways. You have the personality, and then you have the cooking. Then you have the cooking. So when did you started doing this? Did you realize that you had this talent? Did you realize that you had all this?
No. It wasn't until originally it was just to open my own restaurant after all the years, after I got out of the service because I was in the Air Force. Once I learned the restaurant operations from the operations standpoint and then the culinary side too, of course, after getting all that knowledge, I decided to go into business for myself because I wanted to be able to teach, coach, train, and have a successful business that I could operate.
And you knew you could do that.
Yes. And then with people loving the product and enjoying the experience I was giving them, because I'm a very hands-on person, I like making the guests laugh. I want them to feel comfortable.
But you do all the cooking yourself
anyway,
don't you? You do all the cooking
all
yourself.
Of it, yes. Didn't used to, but the COVID experience kind of changed things a little bit. It made me adapt.
See the advantage?
And it's just unbelievable. It's just been a blast.
So you and I enjoyed the COVID. I enjoyed it.
Unfortunately, yes. It's helped me.
I started another show. You started a different show.
Yes.
And it all works. See, there's advantages to everything in the world if you look at it that way.
You got to take a negative and turn it into a positive. It'll always stay a negative if you don't try to make a positive.
If you don't shift yourself out of the box,
you have to
get out of that box.
The only time you fail is if you stop trying.
Yeah. Well, the only time you fail is when you fail yourself. You stop it and you stop trying.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
So you started this very young. So you knew, did you know you were going to, because you said you went in the Air Force. So
Yes, no, I had no idea I was going to be a chef or a restaurant operator or a
could you
restaurant
cook
consultant.
then? Could you cook? Could you?
I never really tried. I never tried. It just
Seriously?
came. It was a total blessing. That's all I could tell you. It's a blessing, and I believe that once I figured out what my blessing was, and having a genuine love for people and giving an experience. I don't like cooking for myself. You'll never see me cook for myself. I tell everybody that all the time. It's about creating an experience and building relationships and family. I just love that feeling of everybody being happy at the dinner table,
all
whether it be
eating.
romantic, to create a beautiful romantic dinner for two, or a graduation party, or whatever type of party it is.
Do you know,
I want to see a smile on the
I just thought of
face.
something. You know, with all the world going on and what we're doing, wouldn't this be great that you have like a package deal or something that you cook for the family, so that all the family, which is, I'm talking about the children, actually, the children of mum and dad, and if you had something that you will cook for them to have just a family dinner.
We have that. It's called the Tuscan Experience. And you can book that through me. You can connect with me on Facebook. And what I do is we go through this whole thing, whether it's a romantic one or for family. You book me for the Tuscan Experience. And what that includes is I do my famous garlic bread, which you guys have yet to try that.
I haven't had that.
Wait till you try it. You're going to go out of your mind. It's,
I could be traveling with it soon.
Heaven in your mouth. Okay. Then we go into the antipasto, where I do all the different Italian delicatessens on the salad. And then we go into 2 to 3 different appetizers, whether it's the bruschetta, mussels fra diavolo, caprese salad. Then we go into the dinner entrees, so you get a tasting of a beef entree, a seafood entree, and then a poultry entree. So you get a taste.
You do a whole...
Oh, yes. It's the whole, and it
So
takes the
what is
whole
that?
night.
Is this like a 5-course, 6-course, like a 6-course?
It's
dinner?
a lot of course.
It's a
And
lot
the
of
more fun I'm
courses.
having with the guest, if the guest is really, you know how when you're in a crowd and people are clapping, it pumps you up even more.
Oh, don't tell me. Yeah, makes you get going.
So I'm like, okay, what else? What's in your refrigerator? I'll cook something else for you. They'll just keep creating. It just inspires you. Their fun and seeing the magic in their eyes inspires me to even go above and
Do you
beyond even
ever
more.
allow them to get involved in your cooking?
Oh,
Interfere
gosh,
with
yeah,
it?
absolutely.
Oh,
I always
okay.
invite the guests to help roll the pasta out. I do
Okay.
cooking classes. So
Okay.
you can,
wonderful.
absolutely.
So this whole thing that you do, what is the best part of it or enjoyment for you?
The people.
The people.
The people.
You like the people.
The
You
people,
like
because
to
I
make
don't
them-
cook when I go home. The people.
Now,
I
what
enjoy it.
about the children? You're giving, say it's a family with children and you're cooking mostly grown-up food.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find the children will experience it because you're there and are kind of joking around and making them comfortable?
Well, as time goes on, if you have children yourself, like I do, I have beautiful children, and you understand what their palates are like. It's always chicken tenders and macaroni and cheese. You can go to an
Can't
Italian
go wrong.
restaurant,
Can't
chicken
go
tenders.
wrong with chicken.
You go to a Mexican restaurant, we want chicken tenders. It's like, oh my Lord.
Well, chicken.
What I do is take those flavors and I create a dish for them special, and they go absolutely crazy
And they
over
go
it.
crazy.
So I just tell the parents, just trust me, let me try something with the kids.
Yeah.
And if you let them help you a little bit,
Yeah.
forget
Oh.
about it. They're going to love it. They created it.
They create it.
Absolutely.
So you draw them into
And we
it
do offer kids cooking classes too as well.
as well. You do that. That's amazing.
Pizza making parties. I teach them how to throw the dough and everything.
What about
It's a
men? Do
blast.
they get involved much? Not
Yeah,
really, a little
not
bit.
as much as the
wife,
female
yeah,
audience.
the female audience.
They're
gets
pretty much the
involved.
driving force of my social
So
media.
now, let's get down to some business. So how do we get people to find you, and how do you put yourself out there?
Through Facebook, Tarantino's. I'm actually monetized on there, and you can actually sponsor the page for $2.99 a month, which gives you unlimited recipes.
Well, hold on. This sounds very interesting. So for $2.99,
$2.99
for
a month.
$2.99, you can become either a sponsor or a member.
It's
What
called a
is it?
supporter of the
supporter. I
page,
knew
a
it was
paid
a
supporter,
a
or
paid
subscriber, if you
supporter.
will.
And then what do you get for that?
They get pretty much 20% off they do get 20% off of all my products, whether it's in-home or
At
at my brick
home.
and mortars as we build up, because we're building a pizzeria brand. It opens in a couple of weeks, and we're going to spread those pizzerias. Hopefully we'll get one here in Vegas.
Great.
And then what happens, this is really cool, wait till you hear this. So yes, you get 20% off that, and you get huge discounts off the Tuscan Experience. But the cool thing is, with the pizzerias that we're
Yes.
building, it's a unique concept. It's more of an experience, because what I do is I'll tour the different pizzerias. So even if they franchise out, I go and visit them, and you can book me in Vegas when I say I'm going to be in Vegas this date, or I'm going to be in Idaho this date,
date.
Florida this
And
date.
these are all
and
pizza
then I cook
places.
my specialty dinners at those places. So
And
nobody
they-
else will ever cook my specialty food but myself.
No, you keep
The
that to
pizzerias,
yourself.
I can teach that because
The pizzerias, you can teach them, and
Exactly.
you charge them to teach them.
well, I have a
Oh.
staff that'll operate the pizzerias because I
Okay.
make the sauces in bulk, and
Now,
eventually we'll have those canned
Okay,
and
are
everything.
these going to be your own outlets, your own places eventually?
Well, I'd like to. The goal is to have 3.
3.
And then franchise out. Hopefully, people want to franchise the brand, which it looks like that's going to
Like
happen.
a Starbucks, like all these pizza places.
Absolutely, but a very unique pizzeria.
franchise.
Yes,
So you'll franchise them out, but you're going to have 3 originals of your own and keep
That's
them
correct.
and keep up. Now
that's the goal.
that's the goal.
Lord willing.
Well, let's do it from my lips to God's ears. Hey, how about that? I think that's pretty cool. He's going to listen anyway because we're good people. We try to help people, I think, don't we?
We definitely do that.
Now what? No, okay. So we got $2.99. They get a recipe and they get all this stuff and discount.
Yep.
20%
Any questions they
off
have with cooking, they can call me and I'll help them through whatever it
and
is.
you'll help them on that. So
Yep.
you've got that website, and then where?
And then on my regular Facebook
Okay.
page is where I do all my live feeds of my cooking, where I teach people how to do dishes
Okay.
via Facebook Live, and then I upload it to my YouTube and I upload it to
And
my.
how that's like a half-hour show, or what? You said you didn't have any length of show. Yours was kind of a bit of ad lib. Is that
Yeah, I don't do anything written. Everything is from the heart.
everything's from the heart? So it could be a 15-minute show, it could be a half-hour show, it could
That's
be a
correct.
45-minute show. Because I know you mentioned that earlier,
Yep.
and so that people understand. And if people understand social media now, and you understand Zoom and everything you can put out there now, it doesn't have to be set in iron or steel or anything as to what it should be. It
No.
can be anything you want. I started internet years ago because I didn't want to be on the regular TV because I was sort of too tied down. And I knew everything was going internet. And it is, isn't it?
Yes.
It's all internet.
However,
everything.
that is my ultimate goal.
What is your
To have a
ultimate-
cooking show.
Which channel?
I don't care which
Cooking
one it is.
channel?
I just want has to be reality.
Okay, a reality show on a national
Any one of them.
TV
That's
station.
correct.
Okay, that's what.
And the reason being is because I want
Celebrity
people.
Chef Tarantino. Don't
Oh.
forget that name, Celebrity Chef Tarantino.
Thank you.
That's what, amazing guy. So what is your roughly for a couple to invite you out to cook for them for the evening, which is a very romantic thing, which you probably can't be involved in too much because they're having all their romantic stuff going on.
Actually, it's kind of.
Oh, you become a third party.
No. I
Oh, no,
enhance
not
the
that way.
experience from a visual perspective. Wait a minute. Was that even
Yeah,
right?
here we go again. No, we
I
had-
create the atmosphere. Let's put it that way.
We had this going on earlier.
Here we go.
Okay. All right, let's keep it clean. That's impossible. You got
This is for
sweeten
you.
me up. What's to sweeten me up?
I love her.
Calm down.
Maria, I'm staying with her the rest of the week.
Who's Maria? Oh, Maria,
friend.
Maria. You said... I don't mind. So your next move now is to get on national TV.
Yes.
And so where are you? How far are you away from that now? Because you're
I don't know. That's up to God.
Oh, okay.
That's up to God. I'm working on it. And the catch with my show is doing things in reality because I want people to see the mistakes. If I make a mistake, I want them to see how to fix that mistake. Because we're all going to make mistakes. I don't care how good of a chef you are or whatever your trade is. You're going to make a mistake. Why not teach
You always
people
do. I
how to
do.
fix
You
that
do. We all
mistake
do. Yes.
right there? You should see some of the videos. They're hilarious. But also at the same time, I want to teach people how to shop at their local grocery
Yes.
store without spending a
I was
buttload of
going
money
to
and creating
say,
a gourmet meal. Like today, our meal cost us $12 to make.
$12 to
And we
make.
fed 8 people.
It's and it was absolutely delicious. But funny, what I did notice that you didn't put too much chicken in it, so it wasn't sort of covered with lots and lots of chicken.
Balance. Everything's about balance. Even like my pizzas stand out because people always ask me, Joe, put extra cheese on the pizza. I said, no.
It'll ruin it.
Try it this way. If you
Yes.
don't like it, then I'll add it on because usually the sauce doesn't have flavor. If you balance all the flavors, like I don't like to overload a pie with all the different ingredient.
Yes.
I just want to even it out. So when you bite into it, you taste the mushroom,
You
the
taste
pepperoni,
everything.
the onion, the sauce, the cheese. Yes.
Because I always think with cooks, well, especially more me than anybody else, is you want to put, I'll put more of this in and I'll put more of that and put more chicken
Yeah,
and all
they're-
that. And you don't. You kind of ruin it.
And my steaks, I won't even allow A1 or Heinz 57 in my restaurants.
Well, I do agree with that, though. He mentions A1.
You got to bring it yourself if you want it. I'm sorry.
A1 happens to be English, isn't it? Oh, no, that's HP. A1 is American.
I've
We have
never heard of that
HP
one.
sauce. Never heard of HP? Oh, it's
No.
far better than A1. It's really, really good. It's English. Couldn't help it.
I do love the
Sorry.
fish and chips.
Yes, we're going for fish and chips tonight. We're going to Shakespeare's tonight for fish and chips. And I've got my two guests with me. I've got a guest with me. I've got AJ Dean with me. And she's my producer for my other show, Ninon Speaks. And then I've got communications and director of development, her husband, Jeff Dean. So I've got everybody here. And I've got Steve. I've got her, Steve Sieber, my producer, and everybody is here. Maria's here. We got a whole bunch of people here.
Wonderful group of
What
people.
what a support team. I mean, isn't this amazing? You and I are
Absolutely.
lucky.
Fantastic.
Amazing. What else would you like to mention out there?
We
about
haven't
your
got any
company?
gifts for our engagement yet, though, from anybody.
We don't need them.
We don't?
No. We just we just need them to congratulate us.
Yes, ma'am.
That's all we need.
And they're already doing that.
They all need. You know what he's talking about? At my house, I'm joking around. I'm fooling around. Really, I'm being really naughty. But we're having fun. But we're having fun. A lot of fun. Well, you've got to see the tape. So anyway, we're talking about I'm going to marry you. And he's got all this cooking and everything else. So all of us he said, well, let's get married now. So he literally goes on his knees. For my flowers, I get this bunch of parsley. So I'm holding the parsley. And he asked me to marry him. So we actually officially...
She forgot to say she said yes.
I left that up to you. Did I say yes?
Yes, you did. Twice. With a nod and a yes
So
at the
any
same
of you
time.
out there that thought you were going to have me, forget it.
Yeah, forget
No,
about it. You
forget-
gotta forget about
Forget
it.
about it. Forget about it.
I love you.
Anyway, where can they reach you? How can they get hold of you? So, wait a second.
Well, you know
This
now.
is- Oh, maybe I'll just publicize you myself. He's a great guy, isn't he? Absolutely amazing. You are. You just kind of we flow. I don't know. I shouldn't say. I don't, anyway, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. How can they reach you?
Tarantino's on Facebook. And that's where I do all my live feeds. Celebrity Chef Joe Tarantino on Instagram and Chef Joe Tarantino on YouTube.
That's
And
it.
all my information is there.
And wherever you can find him, believe me, invite him to your home. Let him cook for you. You're going to have an experience you've never had before.
We
Thank
may
you.
even end up married.
We're halfway there. Here we go. All right. Listen, I've already got a wedding ring on. I never wear a wedding ring because my husband died in 2004.
All right, I got to do that too. All right, I am now married.
That's the quickest wedding I've ever.
Wait, isn't there an ordained minister? Isn't like everybody ordained? What, in Vegas? We're done. He blessed us.
This
We're
is
good to
typical
go.
David. You meet, you
Sorry,
say hello,
everybody.
and then you marry. We gotta go. No more shows. We'll be right back with our next show, Vegas Live with Ninon. Don't forget to go to YouTube, subscribe, share, do everything you can, get us out there. And the same applies to Tarantino. Don't forget to go to his YouTube. Don't forget to go to his Facebook. Share his shows, share everything, and invite him to your home to cook for you one night. It'll be absolutely amazing. And then you share him around as of his cooking. We'll be right back. If you enjoyed the last show we just did and all the other shows, don't forget to subscribe Vegas Live with Ninon on YouTube. We've got plenty more coming up and our guests are amazing. So don't forget to subscribe. We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon.